you listen to popular culture, a woman's sex drive is supposed to function like a perfectly synchronized machine. We are constantly bombarded with messaging that dictates exactly how often, how intensely, and how effortlessly we should want intimacy. When reality doesn't match those expectations, the immediate reaction is usually panic. If your desire doesn't align with your partner's appetite or the media standard, it is easy to assume that you are psychologically damaged or biologically broken. But trying to fix a quote-unquote broken sex drive is like trying to change your natural height or the color of your eyes. The very idea of a universal, normal libido is a myth. Instead, desire is governed by what medical professionals call your sexual constitution. This is your factory-set biological blueprint. It is a precise set of properties forged by genetics and prenatal development that dictates your inherent level of desire long before you were even born. To master your own pleasure, you have to stop comparing yourself to an artificial standard. The real work is mapping the specific, individualized biological framework that actually governs your body. Because this constitution is heavily influenced by the hormonal environment you experience during fetal development, it leaves physical markers. We can actually calculate your biological sexual temperament using a mathematical ratio. To find your trochanteric index, divide total height by leg length. Under 1.96 is weak, requiring deeper connection. 1.97 to 2.0 is average. Above 2.01 is strong, reflecting early hormonal surges and a naturally high frequency of desire. Having a weak constitution is not a biological defect. When friction arises in a relationship, it is rarely because someone is broken. It is usually a simple collision between two different genetic blueprints. You don't need a cure, you need alignment. Beyond your static genetics, your libido also has an evolutionary timeline. Unlike male desire, which is often active and ready to go, female libido matures sequentially through specific phases, starting with the conceptual stage of childhood play, moving to the romantic and erotic stages of adolescence, and finally reaching the mature sexual stage. If a woman is pressured into physical intimacy during those early romantic or erotic stages, before her physical capability has matured, it can trigger a lifelong physiological aversion to sex. Even in maturity, physical blockers can halt desire entirely. Take vaginismus, which is a condition where the vaginal muscles involuntarily contract or spasm. This is not a personal failure. It is a subconscious, highly effective protective spasm deployed by the nervous system. This anatomical schematic shows the mechanics of another major blocker, pelvic congestion. When a woman becomes highly aroused, blood rushes to the pelvic organs. If she does not reach orgasmic release, that blood remains trapped in the organ network for 2 to 6 hours, causing physical heaviness and actual pain. The biological rule here is simple. Arousal must always be discharged. If sexual encounters consistently end in trapped blood and physical discomfort, the libido will naturally and subconsciously retreat to avoid the pain. Even a woman with a perfectly healthy genetic constitution and zero physical blockers can experience a total drop in desire due to chemical factors. Certain oral contraceptives, for example, can completely drain your sexual battery by artificially altering the baseline hormones your blueprint relies on. This diagram illustrates how excess physical weight impacts desire. Adipose, or fat tissue, creates an extensive network of new blood vessels. This network actively diverts essential blood flow away from the pelvic organs and out into the periphery, dulling physical sensation. Then there is the psychological environment. Sublimation is a process where a woman consciously or subconsciously redirects her sexual energy into non-intimate pursuits. She pours all her vitality into building a career, raising children, or mastering a hobby. While sublimation produces incredible external success, it leaves the intimate sphere energetically bankrupt. Your biological desire hasn't vanished. It is simply spending its capital elsewhere. Your daily environment strictly dictates the availability of your libido. Your body is not a mysterious broken problem. It is a logical, solvable biological system that simply requires customized, intelligent maintenance. To harmonize your desire, you can use a daily diagnostic tool, the Libido Checklist. Start by calculating your personal TI ratio to understand your baseline, and honestly assess your foundational menstrual history to see if your hormonal rhythm is stable. Next, evaluate your mechanical maintenance. Are you ensuring that every arousal leads to a physical release to avoid the pain of pelvic congestion? Are you getting a full 8 hours of sleep to properly restore those baseline hormones? Finally, assess your energetic environment. Are you sublimating all of your vital, creative energy into external responsibilities at the absolute expense of your own intimate life? True sexual health is achieved by honoring your unique, individualized blueprint. By understanding exactly how your engine is built, you can finally drop the shame and reclaim the vibrant, magnetic energy you were designed to have.
The electronic version of all chapters from the full book, She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain, can be found at wishforlove.org.